Yo, 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 what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. Give y'all a little bit of time to tune in. First things first, hope everybody's having a blessed and productive Wednesday. Hopefully everybody got to their destination safe. Everybody get through the the shenanigans of the day so y'all can get home and enjoy yourselves. Definitely appreciate those who tuned in for the live last night. Positive conversation. And definitely was a strong build. And there will be a part two to that. you know. But I feel that's the one thing in life you should always maintain is peace of mind. So again, definitely appreciate those who tuned in. I would have liked to have more people pop up last night, but it is what it is. We always can have open discussions about that on another day. You had to get that early morning, talk with the people. Um, and again, you can't allow yourself to be compromised as far as your mental health is concerned too. And you're gonna have those who are just upset because you figured out what you wanted to do in life and you made it work, and other people are still trying to figure out what their next move is. See, I believe in taking the necessary steps to prepare yourself for the future, or at least try to prepare yourself for life. The one thing, again, I'm gonna be honest with you, you can't move in a solid direction if your mind is not fully there. If you know for a fact you in one of those dark modes, you might as well sit back, breathe, meditate, and try to release whatever negative is going on. Because again, how can you move forward in life and try to make things work if you don't have a balanced mind state? But it was definitely a good build last night, and there will be a part two to that probably at some point this week, probably by the weekend. We'll see. Um, I want to say something again to the younger folks, and I really need y'all to hear this and hear this real well. There's nothing wrong again with trying to get yourself together. There's nothing wrong with wanting to work and do something for yourself and for the future of your clan's sake. But y'all have to stop thinking that easy money is always the way to try to get money. I feel that's a form of laziness only because the same energy you putting into trying to be out in the streets and trying to get that quick money, you can put that same energy in and try to get you a regular 9 to 5 and build from there. The problem with some of y'all is that y'all feel y'all gotta be on top as soon as you get a certain age. No, you gotta build yourself up to that. You gotta build yourself up to that. Some of y'all be wanting to get straight to it without taking the necessary steps and precautions. Like you can't say you want to be a basketball player if you ain't willing to go to practice, if you ain't willing to get up every morning and start training, doing the exercises, so on and so forth. It's the same thing with football or any sport. You can't say you want to play sports and you determined to play it, but then you're not getting up to do what you're supposed to do. You're not gonna just always be super talented. A lot of times you just gotta. What's going on, bro? But you gotta have that mindset to know you can't quit. And I'll be honest with you, you know, you're gonna have to keep that instilled in. You cannot sit here and say you want to do things in life if you're not willing to get your ass up to do it. If you want to cook, right? You think somebody gonna cook for you, or you gonna get up and cook yourself? Your hustle T, what's going on, my bro? It's again imperative for some of you young folks to get out of that mentality of thinking that you have to be in the streets to fucking succeed. No, y'all need to build and move towards something better. You don't want to see another tragedy happening, another family broken up, more heartaches and more tears. You know, I feel like some of y'all are afraid to be your best selves. That's why you go the routes that you go. That's just my view and opinion on it. You know, I all in all feel like y'all have a lot to offer. And don't ever think that you never have nothing to offer in this world. See, that's another thing. And I'm speaking to those who might be also on that type of time as far as possibly hurting themselves or possibly just letting the world consume them. Listen, you are here for a purpose, and your purpose is to be great in whatever it is you decide to do in life. Don't forget that. See, y'all have to stop listening to outside negativity and interference and worry about what makes you happy and what steps are you going to do to continue to be happy. If you happy painting, if you happy, making sculptures, if you happy creating music or doing whatever, then you do so and continue to do so. Never let nobody knock you or stop you from whatever it is you're doing. But then you also got to remember too, there's some things in life you're just not going to be blessed to do. So when you can't do the things you think you want to, you find something else. It really is imperative that y'all start thinking about your overall futures. Hey, Becky G, what's going on, sis? But you got to think about it. What's more important? Life and freedom or death? Or, death in jail? Got to ask that question too, because there's no way in the world you could tell me you're not motivated to try to be the greatest person you want to be. And see, this is why I say it's a community situation at times, because what they might not be getting at home, they're going to get from the streets. And I'm not going to lie, you have some parents, I could commend y'all if y'all did y'all best and your kids still decide to go down that fucked up path. You did what you could do as a parent. So the most you can do is pray and hope to God he gets the message himself or she get the message herself. Another thing y'all youngins got to understand is abusing certain drugs, especially at a young age, they're going to have dire consequences in the long run. Don't get that shit twisted neither. Some of y'all think it's cool you out here trying to be like some of these rappers and these grown folks. Oh, I'm double cupped up, or oh, I got the perks. All right. And don't forget that them shits got long-term effects, especially if you used it too long. Lean. You'll fuck around, you stop finally using it, you'll fuck around and have seizures like how Wayne was having damn near dying. Because you're having a withdrawal from something that you've been taking forever. And in my opinion, it's more worse if you fucking overdose from the fucking lean than a regular fucking dope overdose. And I say that because it's not going to take you long for you to start feeling those effects from the drugs, man. So again, some of y'all need to value your bodies too. Remember, your body is your temple, so you will want to try to keep it as clean as possible. There's nothing wrong with trying to get your hands dirty again and trying to work to the bone to get what you want to get to. But you can't sit here and assume that you're going to be able to do everything and still keep the street shit intact. See, I'm gonna say this too, especially for some of you youngins, y'all still want to pursue this music and y'all wanna be the next thing. Guess what? If your time happens to come and you get that shine, how about this? Once you in the limelight, keep your ass out the streets. You get tired of seeing certain ones, it's like they look like they about to make a little push or a little jump start, and then before you know it, they all locked up. Like, come on. Once you start getting to that real bag, nigga, leave the street shit alone. And that should be for anybody. I don't give a fuck if you young or you old. You trying to get in certain fields of play, all that street shit got to get the fuck up out of here. As much as you want to try to keep it gangster and nah, it ain't worth it. Because then when your ass is locked up, guess what? It's only going to be the select few that's going to really hold you down. Everybody else is going to be forgone. Some of y'all want to gang, and then when y'all get locked up, half of the gang ain't even with you. Half of them gang ain't gonna write you, half of them ain't gonna call you, and the ones that will call you are the ones that's trying to keep you in the loop with things. Seen it happen. And you gotta ask yourself that question too. Are you really ready to play these street politics? Because some of you is clear to see that you ain't ready for that. You would not know what to really do if it came down to a situation. And the ones that do, it's only because they done already been in the belly of the beast a little too long. So they already gonna move a certain way. But there's some of y'all that are not gonna fucking stand the test of time. You will be sitting somewhere in the precinct, dropping down. Even if you claim to be the toughest nigga, guess what? You will still at some point drop it down, especially if it's dealing with Fed time. Once you start getting to that proverbial bag, leave the street shit alone. If you don't necessarily got to be in there, don't be in it. I can see you coming back to your area. I can see you coming around, and you know you doing certain things for us for the community and shit, and then you keeping it pushing after that. I bet. But what the fuck? You're not going to tell me you still getting into street shit, knowing you quote unquote in the fucking public eye. You gotta make it make sense, y'all. Hey, Letitia, Grand Rising, sis. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. You ain't do so, hit the like button. Come on. You get tired of seeing certain ones, they look like they about to make that push. They definitely about to be on the rise. And they starting to, they generating something that we ain't seen in a minute. And then they fuck it up by being in the street shit. It's not always the way to go. Yo, Undertaker, what's going on, bro? I'm keeping it a buck right now. Some of you youngins are really missing the picture. Some people are telling you things for a good reason. Because guess what? This life, as we know it, is too short. And if you don't want it to be shorter than that, you want to try to live the best life you possibly can and do the best things you possibly can, period. But you can't do that if you still involving yourself with politics that you don't need to be involved in. Hey, Madeline, what's going on, sis? Hi, what's going on, Hood? What you mad about, bro? What happened? It ain't even 10. It ain't even 11 o'clock in the morning. What happened now? What they done got you, nigga? What they got you for? You saying you mad as hell? That means somebody took something. Either that or you got to work in the morning. Nah, because I want to give this message out. And again, some of you youngins gonna have to understand, even if you plan on making that push into this music shit, Lil Robbie, what's going on? Even if you decide to make a push into this music shit, you're better off marketing who the fuck you truly are. Not trying to market something that you know you're not really about. Because some of y'all, I'm not gonna lie, some of y'all are about that. But then again, this is still a message to y'all too. If you get into the real bag, why you in the street politics? Instead of you sitting in jail for either an attempt murder or a body or any of the other shit, you supposed to be out and about touring, getting your money. Because that's where the money come from. Them shows. Fuck the streams. You're getting money from them shows. So how is it you gonna be able to tour if your ass is sitting in a cell? This is what you need to understand. Some of y'all be begging and climbing and crying to get to a good position. And then when you get in that good position, you don't know how to leave certain things out of that element. Yo, Kailani, what's going on, bro? Oh, that's what's up, sis. But come on, you gotta think about that. How you want to rise to the top and you won't leave the negative shit out of it? Can't say you want to be the greatest person you are and you can't keep yourself out of trouble. I could see if you was doing certain things because it's necessary. That's different. You gotta defend yourself because it's a dire situation. All right, I understand that. But if you just out here wilding out for respect, nah, you can't do that. You can't. That's like you wanting to be a ball player and you out here scrambling, hustling, and even, doing some next shit. First things first, y'all should even know. Y'all want to play sports even in school, you gotta have your grades up to par, number one. Your grades ain't where they supposed to be. You ain't playing a lick of nothing unless you got one of those people that'll overlook that shit. And some schools might do that. Not all of them. Hey, what's going on? You know, appreciate y'all for tuning in, even if y'all staying for a split second. Y'all can always catch the replay too, because stuff like this you gotta hear. Zara, what's going on, sis? Again, for some of y'all youngins, y'all want to be the greatest things in life. How you want to maintain that when you get there? You can't crash out like a crash test dummy. You can't do it. If you really starting to get money and you know how to maneuver, because yeah, we know some of these people. Hold on, do I got my? Yep, put this up because we know some of them niggas be getting jerked. We know that. Let's get. We're not gonna get it twisted. Most of us know about how that shit rolls. Most of them are not even getting the percentage of what they really should be getting. So they got to do whatever in particular to try to maintain or fucking even try to triple whatever money they got in their pocket on their accounts. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. I see you, Angel Christina. What's going on, sis? Jersey, what's going on, my guy? Now, I appreciate you, Letitia, for dropping them links. But it's something to think about. You can't say you want to be great if you fucking sitting in a cell possibly for the rest of your life. And even if you ain't sitting in there for the rest of your life, I don't think no young person want to spend more than 20 years, 30 years in jail. Not for something that they could have avoided. Appreciate you, Madeline. Yeah, because certain days I might be on that channel. Cause I might go deep with some things, and I ain't gonna bring it here because I know how they feeling right now. Especially when you get too close to it, we know how this goes. So, anything you want to try to achieve in life, you gotta have a clear mind. You gotta have a strong mental compass because you're gonna go through a whole bunch of shit, even in the world right now as we speak. You're gonna have people that might down you. If somebody is calling you a loser, does that necessarily mean you are one? No. If you're in a good position to some degree, how could you be a loser? Oh, because you're not conforming to something that they want? That's not how that works. Everybody is entitled to have their own free thoughts and everything else. You know, for right now, I could see one of my boys, he be doing better than me as far as the work profession. You know, these niggas still trying that shit. My bad, y'all. Fucking scam callers. Scam these nuts. That niggas be killing me. Sorry, what's going on, sis? Lil Mario, what's going on, my guy? Roster girl. Mm-hmm. Top of the morning to everybody that pulled in. A lot of times you just gotta really look in the mirror. And that's everybody. Look in the mirror. You know what you want, what you don't want. You know what you love about yourself and what you don't love about yourself. You change that. If you feel you ain't doing enough as far as I feel like I should be doing more of this thing, then do it. That's a change right there. If it's a change for the better, do so. But again, you can't sit here and claim you want to be the best of the best and you out here in the streets wilding. If you're already in the public eye, I don't think you really need to be in the public eye more than you need to. And there's just some things you're not going to be able to do for shock value and think you're going to get away with it. So that's another thing y'all youngins got to understand. Lady, hey, what's going on, lady? You know, but all in all, it's just something to think about. You're not going to be able to rise to the top if you locked up or dead. Matter of fact, you'll rise to the top if you're in the grave because guess what? They're going to still market and profit off you. So, yeah, they're going to still get that proverbial bag even while you're gone. So, that's something that some of y'all should think about too. Getting yourself not just life insurance, but just get yourself acclimated before you even decide to make that push. You want to at least say, even if you don't stay in that field forever, you can walk away with a peace of mind and a piece of money. Yo, Taino, what's going on, bro? You don't want to be left fucked up or your family left fucked up. See, that's another thing y'all youngins got to understand. If you coming from a background where your parents really give a fuck about you, you should want to do the best you want to do. Not for them, but for yourself too. You should want to do the best things in life. You should want to reach for the highest goals you think you can reach. But you also got to remember too, you got to stay humble. You can't let certain things get to your head. Some people let money and fame get to their head. And that's the problem too with some of y'all. Y'all need to understand that. You have to have a clear, strong mind. You can't let nobody fill your head up or try to gaslight you. Nah. You keep yourself humble and you move accordingly. Because guess what? You might have a bunch of people that you cool with. But if some of them are into the wild shit, you know at some point they either gonna be dead or locked up. And if not, they gonna be on the run. So why go through all of that? Hey, Miss Queen, blessings. See you in here. Appreciate y'all all for tuning in this morning. No, but this is something that need to be said. You youngins are gonna have to definitely do better. And some of y'all ain't gonna be able to get nowhere in life if you could barely read or write. So I think it's best for you to try to get an education. It doesn't make you any less of a human being. It doesn't make you a dork because you're getting some knowledge. No, that's just keeping you balanced. And that's also giving you that intelligence you need for life. So you don't get caught out there like no sucker. See, when certain people try to give you that little boost of confidence, some of y'all don't even know how to receive that, which is kind of understandable because of the background some of y'all might be coming from too. Some of y'all ain't always coming from the peachiest of backgrounds, but guess what? You might have people in the world, and I'm speaking to directly to y'all now. You might have people who actually give a fuck about you, whether they in the streets or whether they the regular 9 to 5 people. And if they trying to make sure your ass ain't another statistic, you need to take heed to certain things they saying if nobody at home is fucking telling you anything. Because that could keep you the fuck out of trouble. I'm sorry to sound raw, because when it comes to your youth, it's like, damn, we wasn't even as fucked up as it is now. And I'm not saying all the youth is fucked up, no, because I would never say that. But just like how adults is always going to be the small batch fool that just don't get it. They're going to be stuck in their ways forever. They feel that's the way the world is perceived, but that's not the way the world is perceived, because you have people who, even if they don't know you, if they feel something about you, they're going to fucking say something to you. I done had people walk up to me and say things out of nowhere, and it's vice versa. I done walked up and said something to people, whether I knew them personally or not, and it done fucking brightened up their damn day. No doubt, Letitia. I appreciate you for doing what you did so far. You have a smooth one at work too. Again, some of you youngins gonna have to have knowledge about yourself. You gotta have knowledge to know you came from parents, and depending on the situation, I'm gonna use this. If you're coming from the background where you got both parents and you living good, you should want to inspire to do great. Because guess what? They ain't gonna take care of you forever. And at some point, you're gonna have to repay the favor. You might have to take care of them. So you gotta understand, you gotta be here for the future. Should want to be here for that future. And some of y'all in positions where if you already out here and you done had a kid already, it's time for you to buckle up. You don't want to be another casualty of war and you leaving kids behind. That's not the way to go neither. Yo, Cutthroat, what's going on, my guy? Oh, shoot. Top of the morning, Miss Alicia. What's going on? Think about it. How you gonna be able to really maneuver and watch everything grow if you're not here to see anything happen? How you gonna enjoy the fruits of labor if you're not here to enjoy it? On either end. It's time for y'all to, excuse my language, get your heads out your asses and really get some fresh air. And it's sad because you don't want to see everybody go down that same path. You would at least like to see people doing something. It doesn't matter what it is. Even if it's something that they really talented in and they know they want to aspire to achieve it, go ahead. But always remember, you still got to have that damn moral compass in play. Yo, chicken, what's going on? What's going on? Yeah, everything good. The morning wake and bake session with y'all. Trying to be in tune with the youth to a degree today. Because don't get it twisted, y'all. There are people that do love y'all. And I want y'all youngins to understand that. You do have people who love and care for you, whether they know you personally or not. If they see something great in you, of course they're going to try to, steer you in the best direction. And you got to understand that too. Come on. You can't be in a world where everybody is following. No, it's good to be a leader. It's good to be your own leader. Shit, you could come together as one and still be your own leaders. Because I could be the leader of the artillery. You could be the leader of this. Everybody could be the leader of something if it was down to an army strategic. Nigga, look, you the leader of the fucking weapons. You the leader of the info. You the, like, come on. Everybody plays a role somewhere. If you don't see that by now, then you ain't gonna never see the big picture. It's never one over the other. It's supposed to be everybody coming together and building. And you can't say that you love your peoples if you willing to cutthroat your own people. That's something that should resonate. You can't put your next brother or sister down because they might not be where you at neither. I wouldn't care if I was the richest nigga in the world. I ain't gonna never look down at my peoples. If anything, I try to do the most to yo, listen, I'm trying to put some shit together. Let me see what I can grab up. Let me see if they really want to try to look. I'm gonna leave y'all niggas in charge of everything. Only thing I gotta come in is a report to see what's going on, and that's it. You know, and keep it pushing. Keep the opportunity rolling. That's it. Yeah, and guess what? That proverbial I gotta be the bad guy before a certain time. That ain't, man. Listen, y'all watching too many damn movies. I'm sorry. Y'all watching too many movies. You watching too much shit that you shouldn't even be watching. Anything you supposed to be putting your mind in that mind state to say, you know what? I know this is a route I could go, but let me see what other options lie beyond that fucking ring. I don't understand that. This is no longer a test. You need to get yourself together. Everybody want to be down, be down. Like, look, if you want to be down for a good cause. Don't be down just because you want to be the next known person. Don't be down because you feel that's the way you want to leave your mark in the world. Because guess what? Sometimes those bad guys, regardless to what, they don't get that fucking bad guy send off. You want to know why? Because if you done fouled and fucked over everybody, who the fuck cares about you? If you done alienated everybody, again, who cares about you? There are some people who have died and not one person has showed up to a funeral. So that should go to show you. If you're out here wilding like that, don't expect nobody to really come and cry for you. And don't expect nobody to have any type of sympathy or remorse. Because then you put yourself there. That's what I'm saying. You know, you have to think about this. And again, you youngins, while you out in the streets, you should be trying to educate yourself and get yourself to a higher learning. When I was young, I was trying to soak up everything I could, whether it was in the streets or whether it was just some regular shit. But that's because it gave me the know-how. You gotta be more than just street smart. You gotta be book smart too. Because if you ain't reading certain things like a contract, these niggas will fuck you over even worse than you think now. So you gotta put that into consideration. What's going on, you jive turkey? Top of the morning, Chill Town. What's going on, my guy? You know, you already know. Just had to talk to the youth real quick. Again, put yourselves in the positions where you want to win, man. You're here for a purpose. See, the same way I could tell these, look, you're here for a purpose, whether you believe it or not. And your purpose isn't to be locked up. Your purpose isn't to be gone before 21. And your purpose ain't to just be out here wilding in the streets to where you don't have no control of nothing no more. Even when it come down to trying to procreate, you shouldn't just be out here wilding. Still have protection and everything else circulating, right? Use it. Especially you ain't ready for none of those consequences. Again, y'all want to be grown before time. No. How about you take that time and take that proverbial nice stroll down the road? Stop rushing to be an adult, because then now when you're an adult, you ain't gonna know how to handle half of the shit you think you're gonna know how to handle. No, you gonna be stuck. You should want to be the best individual in life. You should never want to stay at the bottom, and you should never want to have to be struggling forever neither. Enjoy your life. Even if you are going through some things in life, guess what? Life ain't always easy and it ain't gonna always be perfect. But you gotta know how to decipher certain things. And you can't just go on that's another thing with y'all youngins. Stop going with the emotional level shit. That's on both ends, the men and the women. Y'all gotta stop just being so damn emotional. How about sometimes y'all sit there and think and be rational? When you do that, trust me, it goes a long way. Hey, self-care blessing, sis. Again, you got to protect your mental peace, but that don't mean you attack with emotions neither. If I'm mad at you, that don't necessarily mean I'm gonna come at your neck. No, I'm gonna walk off, or I'm gonna do what I normally do and calm myself down. So this way I could talk clear and not have to come at you on an aggressive level. You know? Yo, Alan, what's going on, my guy? You know, you gotta think about that. Some of y'all can aspire to be the greatest, as far as you could definitely be the next lawyer, the next politician, the next shit, probably the next president if you feel that's where you want to go with it. It's nothing in life that you can't achieve. You got to be the one to set the wheels. And when you got people that are trying to help you keep everything in motion, you got to learn to take some constructive criticisms, some good advice. It don't hurt. Because how you going to grow if you ain't even listening to the simplest thing? That's just like you wanting to be working at a new company, but you ain't willing to listen to the rules and regulations or what they require. You're going to fuck around and set yourself up within the first hour as soon as you get there. And why set yourself up like that? Come on, y'all done been there, done that. Only thing I ain't do is get too wild crazy because I ain't have to because I always had somebody over me. Yo, bro, you know you wilding right now. So I always had a stern figure somewhere. And that's what needs to happen too. And some of y'all adults are going to have to get back to that, especially when you know you see greatness in these youngins. No doubt, bro. You already. I mean, come on. Do you really want to sit here and not do something great? Because if not, guess what? You ain't got no choice. You here already. So while you here, you need to make the best of it. And again, some of you youth have to get back in them books one way or another. Again, you could be all street smart you want, but if you can't read Tom and Jane and any of them other books, you basically messed up. You can mess around, especially if you want to get into music, you mess around and sign a contract and be stuck to them niggas forever. Your life is basically theirs. Come on now. Gotta be smarter than that. You know, you tired of seeing the same old things, whether it's in the newspapers, whether it's in the news or social media. You're tired of seeing the destruction of the youth. And then some of you adults are gonna have to get it together, especially the ones that's moving like the youth. You gotta be the fucking, you gotta be the guy, you gotta be the reason. You have to be the reason that certain things change. But I forgot when people are really stuck in their ways, it just is what it is, right? Or maybe I'm just tripping. Maybe it's just as good weed I'm smoking this morning. Or maybe I'm saying something that should resonate, especially for you youngins, man. Because I've been there. Trust me. Doing shit way before I was supposed to be doing shit. I was grown before I was supposed to be grown. But yet and still, I was safe. You ain't catch me out here wilding, slanging and everything raw, or just running around the streets getting too crazy. Nah. And I was around people that really didn't want to see me down any certain route. So it was just certain things they ain't even involved me in. And they knew it. Like, nah, because we already know he ain't gonna fucking be the one saying nothing, but he gonna definitely be the one wringing our necks. Yeah, because my main thing was always, nah, you gonna keep your ass out of the system. I always been like that. Keep your ass out the system, especially if you don't need to be there before time. Because that starts messing up your little quote unquote good report record, if you want to say it like that. Because now, depending on what the fuck you went to jail for, when you decide to go for a job, if certain things of your nature don't work, now guess what? They gonna be, wait a minute, do I really want to hire this person and they just got home from this? Nah, I don't know. You already start making judgments. You don't want that. You want to be able to walk in wherever the fuck you walk into and they give the calm, like, yo, you know what? We like you. We want to take you. Go on there. Honda mommy, what's going on, sis? I ain't even see you pop in. My bad. You know, salute and blessings to everybody that popped in this morning. You know, and it's the crazy part about it because some people, like right now, should be in school, but they ain't in school because the schools ain't even. Man, listen, the school ain't like how it was when we was going to fucking school. We couldn't get a real snow day, and if we did, we was lucky. Nah, Tori, because it's the truth. They need to. Like, how can some of y'all be moving in the streets with the youngins, and then you ain't even trying to say, you know what, look, there's just some things we know you ain't built for, so look, this is what you need to do. You know? And then when you do have people that want to intervene and say something, it's always to go about your business. This ain't got nothing to do with you, or who the hell are you? Like, that shit got to stop too. This is why a lot of them are either locked up or dying. And some of y'all right around with it happening. Like, come on. It's really time to change the dynamics. And a lot of you youth need to change that. Whether you think the world loves you or not, guess what? It's time for you to worry about what you are going to do. And if you do have good, solid people around you, you're supposed to build off of that positive energy and keep it pushing. And if you seeing something that somebody likes, you seeing something that you might like that they're doing, if it's positive shit, how you got in with this? Yo, what I gotta do to try to do this? Open your mouths too. That's another thing. Closed mouths don't get fed. Some of y'all gonna have to let out whatever aggressions it is, because you might have people who are gonna listen to you. You're still the youth, remember? Stop acting like the adults that's on top of you wasn't kids themselves. And when they're trying to tell you something from experience, you should really fucking listen. Period. Yeah, I might be going live later, bro. I don't know what time though. I think a part of me might do a music live today. I don't know. Yeah, I know, Shiki. I know. Trust me, I know that part. But some of y'all gonna have to take heed, especially in this time frame now, because we don't know what the fuck is going on in this world. We don't know what's being implemented, and for all you know, you could be shut down before you even get to adulthood. So some of y'all gonna have to take that course and get your lives, man. Gonna have to. You know, you get tired of seeing the same old repeated patterns that could be broken. Not saying all of them could be broken, but a majority of them could. Like majority of y'all need to really go the fuck back to school. There's no need for you to not be in school, or there's no need for you to not be in this world you uneducated. Educate yourself, man. If nobody else is going to educate you, y'all should take that shit into your own hands. And some of y'all act like, again, y'all don't think the adults above you was kids themselves. You have to open your mouth and say something and express how you're feeling about certain situations. You cannot sit there and just, oh, I'm gonna just bottle this shit up. No, it don't never work well. It don't. You know, you want to stand up because guess what? You don't want to be out here and you messed up. And again, you youth, some of y'all claim y'all love your parents or you love your family, but how can you love your family if you don't value your freedom, number one, or you don't value your life? So you would rather be ganging than trying to be a stern man or a stern woman maintaining? Is this what we doing? Like, come on. You know, and a lot of y'all keep putting yourselves in situations because you want to be around the gang so badly. You want to be around the group so badly. You just want to be around all the drama. And sometimes y'all can prevent the drama. That's another thing. Some of y'all youngins got to stop instigating certain things. 'Cause that's how a lot of the madness gets started. Hey, Vanessa, blessings. I had to give you that stick because, again, I don't want nobody coming up under that name. So you good. Word. Yo, Alan, I don't know why they think that. You know what it is? Because some of these older folks have pushed that narrative. And then the things that they watching as of lately is pushing that narrative. Oh, it's cool to be dead before 21. It's cool to be in jail for the rest of your life. It's cool to either be crippled for the rest of your life, blind, paralyzed. You don't know. Everything is supposed to be, yeah, this I got my battle scars. Okay. What that prove? Nothing. And yo, you know what, too, Mike? I'm not gonna hold you. Like I was saying the other day when you was up here, bro. A lot of times you just gotta be in the right channels, the right situation sometimes, bro. You could avoid a lot of shit, bro. So I told somebody I don't sit here and come up here and just talk for my namesake. No. Because I feel certain things that really need to be said and it should have people thinking. There should be none of these youth wilding out like that. Y'all can't say y'all love life or you love everything and you crash burning. Like you can't do it. You should want to enjoy every bit of life while you here because you don't even know how long you really are meant to be here because we don't know how that book is designed. So you should want to be on that notion to say, nah, I want to try to do the best I could. Fuck it. Let me try to achieve what I can achieve, especially if I know the main thing in life that's guaranteed is death. Oh, wait, my fault. Death and debt. You don't want to die in debt. Point blank. That's another thing y'all should take heed to. You don't want to die in debt. Make sure you on point with shit. This is really going to be a crucial time right now. And depending on how things move, man, listen, there'll be another issue. What up, bro? What you done did to my car now, man? What's going on?
Oh shit! I text you earlier.
I didn't know message, nigga. You texted me yesterday, I think. Or the day before, actually. And you over here trying to get sturdy on the corner. I ain't messing with you. I don't like you like that, son, because you trying to get sturdy on the corner, son. I just seen this one by the check casual place. Yeah, crying. That shit packed in there. I said, you better go to Stillwell. Be in and out. Nah, nigga, you be in and out. Nigga, shit. Nah, but come on, man. You got to understand this, though. Again, for y'all youth, y'all got to understand. You're here for a purpose, whether you believe it or not. And your main goal should want to be being educated, being prepared for the world at hand, and trying to do the best you can. Yo, Ryder, what's going on, man? Going on, top of the morning. You know, and that's the one thing y'all need to. Oh shit, you and me both. You and me both to a degree. Oh shit. About to say somebody weave must be on fire. My bad. Somebody weave is on fire. But you know what? I can't say all music because you got some music that is kind of uplifting. You got music that gives you a real story, but you know, then you got that other music that's just gonna influence the negative. And I don't know why it does, but it just does. See, even if you're going to be on the R&B tip, like right now, there's not too many good R&B performers right now. The ones that are, they old school with it. So they ain't going to be conforming to no bullshit. But see, that's the problem too. Even when it comes down to this quote unquote industry, y'all youngins got to understand you are only playing a pawn right now. And if you don't want to get knocked off, you don't want to get knocked off, you better use your brain. So I can tell you, you don't use your brain, you won't have one. Because they'll rock you clean to sleep. And who want to be rocked to sleep? Oh, I'll wait. I don't think nobody do. Yeah, somewhat. I ain't gonna lie to you, Honda. Somewhat. We getting it. Like mostly everybody here, whether they big or small, everybody is growing and building together, and that's the most important thing to maintain. Again, how can you have a sturdy future if everybody is not sturdy? Because don't get it twisted, bro. Music kind of do play it, but it's not all just music. Because you have some music that is uplifting. You have some music that actually have you thinking like, oh shit, this is a good ass. And then you got good flows you got good fucking people who know how to just give you a good story flow. Whether it's something that's coming from their life or something that they depicted or something that they seen. So guess what? It's not all music. It's who it's all depending on the person, honestly. Because I could be in the music industry right now, but most of my music, yeah, you just gonna get raw observation, raw pain, real life shit. Not gonna get nothing fake or plastic about this shit here. Yo, the word, what's going on, my guy? You can't sit here and say, "Oh, I'm the biggest killer." And your family is probably a family of Jehovah's Witnesses. You got to make that make sense. You got to always think about that. What's going on, my guy? Chilling? Yeah, man. Come on. Got to use your mental. You are supposed to be the product, right? If you want to be technical, you're supposed to be the product. So what are you presenting? Are you presenting something real or are you presenting something fake? Fake products get thrown the fuck out or they get tossed away. They don't even get used no more 9 out of 10. So, think about that. Hey, Hammer, what's going on? Appreciate y'all. If y'all just tuned in, y'all already know, hit the like button. And if y'all new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Again, you want to see the best positive outcome, but you can't be trying to move forward in life and you ain't even got a clear mind. You ain't even got a clear conscience to say, you know what? It's just some things I ain't gonna follow. And again, that's really what separates the strong from the weak. Because see, the strong are gonna be able to make decisions even if it's off the fly. They're gonna be able to make stern decisions, especially if it's to benefit them and to keep them out of the bullshit. I understand that. And some people are gonna allow certain things to happen because they just too chicken to say something. They want to still continue to quote unquote get that bag, so they're gonna forsake all moral values and codes on the road to try to get rich. When in all actuality, you already rich. That's another thing you youngins gonna have to understand. You're already rich. For every day you're able to wake up and you're blessed to be around people that love you, blessed enough to get out, be amongst friends, go on certain adventures, live your life the way you see fit to some degree. That's a blessing. You're rich already. You know? I don't know how you don't even see that. Because again, even in the world so cold, you gotta make sure your heart is warm enough. You gotta keep your heart and your body warm, because guess what? You can't sit here and die out here. You want to be able to say, listen, I can adapt to anything. Remember, adapt to anything. Even if you feel like your background and fucking somewhat stains you, you can always change that. You just gotta be around the right situations and the right vibes. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. But this is something that definitely needed to be said this morning. I was going to bring it up last night, but I felt like the main thing that needed to be brought up was that mental peace and bring that peace of mind, because some people definitely need that. But again, you're going to have to understand this. Sometimes the devil even going to throw some shit at you. But it's all about how the fuck it's all about how you perceived it and how you stray away from it. Like, you're gonna have people that's gonna tell you you can't achieve nothing because they already feel like they haven't achieved nothing. So what better way to bring somebody down to their level? You know what? I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm not even gonna give this person no fucking light and no hope on nothing. JC family, what's going on? What's going on? This is the thing though. This life has a lot of good things to offer. And despite all the negativity that might be around it, you gotta literally grab the positive and cling on to it and keep it right close to you. Because that's what's gonna keep you here. That's what's gonna keep you on the good up and up, if you want to be technical. Because again, you can't be in this world riding around with your head cut off. You can't do that. You need to be able to steer the ship. And how can you do that if you can't see nothing? Hopefully some of you youngins are paying attention to this. Because with the way the world is changing, you gonna want, and I mean definitely want yourself to be in a better position to where your parents ain't gotta worry about you and you ain't gotta worry about your parents. And y'all can all just be together on the same accord. We know things about to get rough. We all gotta put our belts together and really just do the damn thing. And again, you're gonna have to take constructive criticisms. See, like, even prime example, when you telling some of these youth to pull their pants up and they still wanna, they not gonna, some of them are gonna listen, especially if you said it a different way that they can understand it. Because again, you feel like it's a language barrier. You know, some are gonna take heed to it, some are not. And that's the only sad notion about it. And again, you are right, Sheiky. Some of these people are glorifying this shit, even the rappers. Some of the rappers glorify this shit too much. And some of y'all really trying to be down with the clan. Like I said, that sagging pants shit, come on. If you over a certain age, you shouldn't even be thinking about that shit. Especially if you know where the origin comes from. Fuck you trying to present an image and fuck you trying to be down. If you was already down, you shouldn't even have to malice. You shouldn't have to conform to nothing. You see what Styles P said in that song? Fuck a gang, I'm already banging. Like shit. Come on. Like if you already out here in the world and you doing your own thing, there's no need for you to want to follow something that's not going to work for you. You have to come to a conclusion, youngins. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to. And again, you're gonna have some of them, you're gonna have some adults who are trying to steer you in the best possible directions. So you can't sit here and overlook that neither. Because again, that's the key to your survival. You have to pay attention to what's going on. You have to be aware of everything. That means you have to be knowledgeable on any and everything. Fuck just street value, book value. Be observant. And also be vigilant when you need to be. Because you're going to have some people that, regardless to what, you're not going to be able to be calm and collective. You might have to show some diplomatic approach. But it just goes to show you this is what you need in life. Because again, with all the positive, you're going to have negative. But if you're trying to stay on that positive road, you don't let nothing phase you. Nothing. Some of y'all are going to have to be your own people. You're going to have to be your own person. I'm telling you youngins again, stop being followers and be your own leaders. If you know it's certain things you just ain't into, you just ain't into it. And if the people can't respect that, then you stay the fuck away from it. If I'm telling you I don't deal with pills, I don't deal with this, and you still trying to, nah, nigga, you gotta go. I can't be around you because we're not gonna keep doing this. You're not gonna try to force something on me because you like, no. That's just like if I'm telling you, listen, I don't mind. Listen, if you around me and you drinking and I don't drink, all right, you drink it. But don't offer me something that you know I don't do. Come on now. Like I said, I've been there. I done been around people who done been on the worst side of me. So again, I can tell you from experiences. It's not the route to always go. Sometimes you're gonna want to listen to what's being said. Because if you don't, you're gonna miss an important gem and an important message that could possibly help you for the future. Don't say I didn't tell you. Because again, this is something that needs to be said. Because a lot of you youth are crashing and burning. And then some of you adults that are out there seeing this shit, you ain't even trying to fucking stand up and say, damn, nah, I can't let you go out like that. Like, come on. Time to start setting them better examples. For real. Oh, no doubt, bro. You already. You know, it's crazy. You really sit here and look every day and think, damn, this could be the next person. This could be the next person of greatness. This could probably be a next great judge, a next great architect. Shit, the next great poet. Again, anything in life you trying to niche for it, but make sure you have that clear balance. Again, youngins, some of y'all want to be grown before your time, and guess what? You're gonna have to deal with real adult shit, like paying bills, like keeping yourself afloat. You want to be adults, guess what? You're gonna have to pay the price to be that adult. So you need to be on point. That's why I said before you even try to get too far in life, take that slow journey, see some things, experience things. Don't just jump out the window because you don't have that clear guidance. What's going on, Sunkissed? I see you. Another thing y'all youngins got to stop doing, stop riding for people that ain't riding for you for real. If they always trying to keep you in the negative aspect of things, those are not the people you want to surround yourself with. Especially if you feel that's not the route you want to really go in life. Again, be your own person. Gotta take that into consideration. You can't be nobody else but yourself in life. You can't be a replica of somebody you follow. You know, some of y'all have this notion you want to be exactly like these people that you quote unquote admire and idolizing, but guess what? You can't be them. You can only be yourself. Everybody wanted to be Jordan. There will only be one Jordan. Everybody wanted to be Michael Jackson or Michael or yeah. Guess what? You wanted to be Mike Tyson. You wanted to be the next Michael Jackson. There can only be one. Everybody is their own individual character. You have to bring the best one out. Again, enjoy your childhood. That's another thing some of y'all have to understand. Unless you really in a position where you can't enjoy it because you gotta raise siblings. Because again, we know sometimes things get hectic. If the parents are dead, and it's probably the oldest one, and he ain't fully old, she ain't fully old enough. Now you gotta raise that family if nobody else is gonna take them in. Because you ain't trying to see your family get split up. So unless you in that type of situation where you couldn't enjoy your childhood, no, enjoy your childhood. Stop trying to be an adult before time. Y'all want to be out here. You want to be doing certain things. You want to be out here running around. Yeah, I'm about to go do this. I'm about to. You want to go lay up with X, Y, Z and don't be protected. And then now you either burning or you about to fucking have a life learning lesson because you done got somebody pregnant. That's another thing y'all got to stop doing too. Y'all young and wild and got too much hormones. Guess what? We all did. We was all young, but guess what? Most of us were smart. Most of us wasn't just out here wilding the fuck out. And if we was safe about it. That part, we was safe about it. But hey, what I know, right? I'm probably just the old head to them fucking wilding out. I'm just the old head that's not in tune with shit. Nah, I'm not that old. And I ain't that young neither. And I ain't that naive. See, that's another thing you gotta understand in life, youngins. You can't be too naive. You can't sit here and think you're gonna be on the top of the world forever if you ain't humble. And you damn sure don't think you're gonna be here forever if you out here causing destruction and mayhem to your community. That's not gonna happen either. Sorry for the the bursting in your bubble, but guess what? If you think that's really the route, then you just don't follow nothing I said today. Don't take heed to nothing I said or that anybody else said, and find out what's around that next corner. You're gonna be just like Cain from Menace to Society. You're gonna think you know what's what, and you ain't gonna be expecting what's around that corner. Best way to move in life is move humble, move accordingly, and make sure you got a peace of mind to withstand whatever's going on. And definitely don't let no negativity plague you. You don't need it. Keep yourself balanced and you'll be all right. Put yourself around the right positive situations and you'll be all right. Stop being a follower and you will be all right. You know? Hopefully this is something that's resonating for some of y'all. Because I know at some point some people are going to watch this. And some people might actually took something that I said and put it to their best use. And I believe you should do so. For the sake of the future and for the sake of your clan's sake again, get it together. You do not want to be another punched out ticket or another number sitting in the system forever because you didn't make the right decisions or because you couldn't be your own person. Never be scared to stand up for what you feel is right. Even when everybody else feels that situation, if you feel this is right, then this is right. And you stand on that. And if nobody can't get with you on that, then you already done found out who the fuck is really riding with you. Because again, you should want to be on the best accord. You should want to live your best life without having to see a penitentiary system before 21 or seeing the death before 21. No, get it together. Hey, Blue, what's going on, sis? The best way to maintain your overall sanity is to avoid those two situations. Avoid being the next person in the casket and avoid being the next number in the prison system. Because if you end up in the prison system, your mind is already going to get even more corrupted. Because number one, your mind is still not fully mature. Number two, you are in a situation where you are really with killers and murderers. I mean, you the worst of the worst in there.
You're going to have people that are probably in there just because of temper tantrums, just because they can't control their shit. So you're in a world full of hurt, especially if you don't even know how to fully defend yourselves. And that's another thing some of you youngins got to understand too. Put them guns down and start fighting. Because I'm from that era. We had a fucking dispute. We was either going to talk it out or we was going to fight. Either which way, we was both going home to our fucking family. Y'all youngins be so in your pride, you scared to take a loss. Oh, I'm going to go kill this nigga. That's emotional bullshit. And I hope y'all hear this too. And some of y'all seem to resonate with a little bit of violence in the voice. Stop acting like immature females. Sorry to say it like that. Don't care how you feel about it. Stop acting like immature females. Stop always leading off emotion. Sometimes somebody could be saying something to you. That don't mean they disrespecting you. They trying to fucking resonate and talk with you. They trying to have a proper conversation with you. Now, if you know that it's something and you already know it's something, then you do what you do. But if it ain't nothing along that, stop always thinking with that emotional shit. And again, some of y'all gonna have to start fighting. Because guess what? You was fighting when you was a kid, right? What's the difference now? I was fighting since I was little, still fighting now. I ain't had to pull out no gun, no weapon on nobody. I ain't had to do none of that shit. I could beat you with the 2 weapons I got. The fuck you mean? Y'all got to get back to that. And if you know you ain't really about that, you shouldn't be out here wilding out neither. Because not everybody going to defend you. Not everybody going to be there when some shit pop up. So keep moving accordingly like you're supposed to. It's really what you're supposed to do. Yo, True, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you, Letitia. It's time to do things better. No doubt, Vanessa, you already. You know, like this is something that should resonate with y'all again. And I hope again you understand this. You all at some point gonna be the future leaders of the world. You will want to get on a chord and make sure you have the best moral compass, the humblest background, and you want to be able to say, look, I'm doing what I gotta do for not just for myself, but for the people around me that want to be better. You want to change the world, you got to be a part of it. And how can you be a part of something great if you're damaging everything that you're trying to do? That's like me building business relationships and then in the same token, I'm burning them shits down within the same day. Then what was the purpose of even doing it? You know, you got to think it from that standpoint. One life in this shell of a vessel that we have. After that, we just energy. Do what's right. And if you lucky enough to have both parents, this should resonate with y'all, period. You lucky enough to have both of your parents, you better do the right things. Or if you lucky to have at least one of them, don't matter who raising you, you better fucking show the utmost and try to be the best you could possibly be. Because no parent should have to bury their kid before time. It should never be that way. And take heed when people are giving you advice, even if it's people that don't know you. Somebody might have said something, same thing your friend done said. That should tell you something. Damn, this person don't even know me and said this shit. Yeah, I mean, let me take heed to that. Get out of the pride. That's a problem too with you youth. You too prideful. Some of y'all actually worse than the adults. You got too much pride. There's no need to be that prideful unless you really did something that stands alone. Like, look, I did this, and I'm young. I could give a prime example. I don't know the young boy name, but I think he in the battle rap shit. He young, and guess what? He already done had battles with grown-ups. So look, that's something to be proudful for, because there's not too many youngins that can fucking hang with the adults. Even when it comes to just rapping. But that don't mean let it go over your head neither. Because just as quick as you could be on the top, you could be right at that proverbial bottom, sitting there mad like, damn, I fucked up. I ain't have enough juice to come with shit. You know what I mean? You gotta always stay on your toes regardless to what. Get that pride out the way, y'all. Start loving yourselves. Start educating yourselves more. Be the best you. You can't be nobody else but yourself. And then again, don't let this go over your head neither. If you can't keep it real with yourself, then you can't keep it real with the people, even the people that you're around. So there's always going to be a downfall or consequence, because you are not being true to yourself. Word of the wise. Open your eyes, for real. You already know, true, because you gotta, like I said, some of these youth gotta hear it, man. They got to. Because I'm gonna break down a little bit of everything. Guess what? Some of you adults, again, now I'm gonna bring it to y'all. That's running around here watching the youth crash and burn, especially in these streets. Y'all should have a little more decency and code of conduct for yourself to say, nah, I don't want to see this young and definitely crash out before time. You should see something great in them and not just the negative aspect of seeing something. No, you should want to see them doing something outside of this. Yo, Seven, what's going on, my guy? And again, some of y'all gonna have to push back. You're gonna have to. Because again, it's supposed to be an order and a balance. And I've always felt that way. It's supposed to be order and balance. We supposed to be taking the advice from the elders. Then we supposed to pass it on to the youth under us. And then they supposed to bestow that same thing to the babies. Supposed to be a life cycle that's continuously growing and knowing. You can't just walk into this world without a clear thought. Otherwise, you're going to be lost forever. You got to have knowledge of yourself, and you got to have something to strive for, something greater outside of that negative. You got to have something to stand for. You got to know what your niche in the world is, and you got to make sure that you continuously do what it is. And when that don't work, you're always supposed to have a plan B. So you got to think about that too. You just thinking, oh, I'm going to get to this bag and that's it. Nope. Because if they don't work out the way you think it's going to work out, what you going to do next? No doubt, you. I'm going to check you in a minute. But I mostly wanted to get this out to the youth, dead ass. But y'all going to have to listen because, again, people have been there. I'm one of them. I've been there. There ain't nothing changed. I've been there. And I learned there's just some things in life you just need to fucking move accordingly with. Because you could be either the next one in the system or the next one dead. And you've got to stop putting yourselves around people that's always in the melodrama too. That's something that got to be stopped. If the people around you ain't inspiring to be great themselves, you can't be around that. Because the only thing they going to do is poison your mind and your heart. And you can't have ego or corrupt it. Because then you ain't going to never move forward the way you're supposed to. Again, I think once y'all start finding yourselves and you really start putting your best foot forward, y'all could definitely be the leaders of the world. But if you don't feel so, then hey, don't listen to me. I'm just another old head speaking, right? But yeah, I'm definitely about to wrap this up. And again, for you youth, don't let anything I said today go over your head. Because I know at some point some of y'all are listening. And some of y'all might not want to listen, but guess what? You're going to have to listen if it's going to benefit you. I don't think you know everything in the world when you got people that was here before you. You might think you know everything, but there's somebody that knows a little more than you. Always remember that. So when they giving you constructive criticisms, especially when it's about your overall well-being, you should learn to take that into consideration and listen. Because that right there, again, can be the difference between life and death. Don't forget that. But I definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in for the morning rush hour, you know. If you was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to the replay game. Shout out to the Shadow Watchers. Y'all already know what it is. And for everybody that was in attendance, y'all already know love is love. Y'all ain't have to be here, but you was, and that's the most important thing. I don't know how to be fake. All I can do is give you real. And that's all you're going to get is real spit over here. I think I might do a music live later. I'll see. I'm most likely to do one. And I don't know, I'm thinking about doing an open panel, if not tonight, probably most likely tomorrow. I definitely want to do that part 2 from last night's live. And if y'all didn't catch last night's live, catch the replay. Definitely was a good topic of conversation. I would like to get everybody else's view and opinion on it. But you know, y'all stay great, stay safe, keep that third eye open. We'll definitely be back in later. I'll set a notification. You know, this was definitely a good build this morning. And again, I hope you youth have heard something that you need to hear. I might not be the best example at times, but I do have a stern mind and a stern compass to know when right is right and wrong is wrong. So it's always going to be that way. Now, I definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in. And until the next live, we out of here. Peace and blessings.